Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gourmand Awards. It's Gourmand Awards, it's a moment of joy. So if you want to have a big smile, you are very allowed to have a big smile on stage. You will have just a 30-second speech. The most important is the photography, okay? And after the ceremony, you can go back on stage to make photographies. Can you just make a taste? Can you clap? Yeah. Can you louder? Yes. Okay, keep on and welcome Edouard Cointreau. The ceremony begins.
Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. So when we first began to talk to do something in Riyadh, we thought the main theme of all that should be the Silk Road, the spice routes, the international exchanges through all the centuries, spice routes, but also maritime routes, so that we could include the whole picture and our friends, not only beginning in China and going all the way through Central Asia, finishing in Europe, but also the maritime routes, including all our friends, cookbook authors, publishers from Southeast Asia. So tonight is a selection we made of these last 25 years of the best books we have seen that have all in common something to see with the big story of the spice routes, the spice world, the Silk Road, and the big exchange between peoples culturally, commercially, and of course recipes and ingredients. So it will be a very international ceremony, but with this topic, you'll see why, and you'll see how many different countries and books participate to this huge world of exchange between peoples. So we have to begin because it's not a competition, it's just, let's say, a selection of being together. Many of you already won Gourmand Awards in the past, and inside this selection, you could not be outside this big family of the spice and silk roads. So we go straight to the book that some of you might have missed last year or some months ago where we made the last Gourmand Awards in Sweden, and the book that was named Best in the World, published in 2022. Yesterday we did the books published in 2023. And of course it's from Singapore, The Food of the Singapore Malays by Kish Johari, published by Marshall Cavendish. Can you tell us a little bit why? Because when we were thinking of doing something in Riyadh, we told Keir, you should come even if you are last year's winner and you don't have a new book. It would have been impossible because this one took like 15 years. You should be there because you are part of this big family of exchanges between people and through spices. So Keir, I think, liked the idea because it goes well with his book. Can you tell us some words about your book?
Well, thank you very much, Gourmand, for having me. Thank you very much for this honor. When Edouard contacted me, I thought it would be nice to talk about this cultural exchanges, this interconnectedness between the Arab world and Nusantara, the Malay archipelago, hence the title, Rosewater and Cloves, to take a look at these edible exchanges that took place within two different spheres over the centuries.
So as yesterday, Mayada Bader, the CEO of the Culinary Arts Commission at the Ministry of Culture, the organizers of this huge Saudi East Food Festival, showed a video explaining her book, and you are the best of last year, and entitled to be a kind of brother of all the Silk Road publications. We have taken back the video you showed in Sweden, so you understand the book and it gives a flavor to what we're going to share tonight. So please, the food of the Singapore Malays.
Thank you very much.
We Singaporeans love food, but there is so much more to food than what we eat. It is who we are. My lifelong love of food cannot be separated from my identity as a Singaporean Malay. But what is Malay food? What's so Malay about Malay food? Put another way, how does Malay food reflect the cultures, histories and beliefs of the Malay people? These are the questions that I wanted to address in my book.
Bukan satu pekerjaan yang sedang. Tengok 10 tahun dalam pembinaan nak bikin ni. Itu tak sedang. Kalau begitu janganlah lupakan barang ni. Bacalah, usahalah macam mana pun kita majukan diri kita. Mana nak cari ilmu ni kalau macam dah lama-lama barang tu kita dah terlepas, dah habis lah. Ilmu, keluarkan ilmu-ilmu yang kita tak tahu. Nak bagi satu ilmu bagi anak-anak generasi yang baru.
I think the book captures so much about the role of food in your everyday life, right? The role of food in your celebration, the role of food in your literature, for instance. We talk about how Malay food is under research, is under recognized. This book is all about retelling, right? This book is about reconstructing and rediscovering. That's what this book is all about. What goes into this book? That's where we talk about, yes, there are 16 chapters, right? 16 chapters that covers topics like people, space, yeah, your geography, right? The flora and fauna. We talk about foraging, way before we have our markets. We talk about agriculture, fishing, husbandry. And then, now that we have all this material, we prepare. When we have excess, we preserve. What do we do with all this food? Food, as edible medicine. And we look into the things that we enjoy, like for instance, our sweets and dainties. What's next? Food. Where do we serve food? Food in celebration. And how do we prepare them? It has to be beautiful. So we look into the aesthetics of food. And we look into the role or the presence of food in our songs, our literature. And then we take a look at even a larger picture. Let's take a look at the idea of interconnectedness of culture, and food. The roles played by different civilization, so that we can enjoy the Malay food that we call Malay food today. And finally, we need to have a sort of a discussion about the future of Malay food. So let's take a look at food and the politics of identity also. So if you're a member of academia, there'll be something for you. If you're a foodie, you want to know how food was prepared in the past. If you just want to be able to recreate some old recipes, absolutely, we have 32 recipes for you. They're all handpicked. It's a nice cross-section of, different things, from rice to vegetable to noodles, sweet, savory, it's all in there. Officially, we started in November 2010. That's when we did our first photo shoot. Why photo shoot first? Because we were racing for time. With the elders, they were getting on. We were, at the same time collating, information, recipes, stories, and all the various interviews and meetups. So we thought, it's good that we start first by capturing the images, and then we went into, the writing part of it. A huge amount of time was spent on just the research part alone. But of course, before you could even start on the research, you need to have your raw material. So, that entails, among other things, going to the British Library or making a trip to the Leiden University Library to get material. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. So you need to have all your pieces. So the more pieces you have, you get a better picture, right? And sometimes you just have to join dots. And then also at the same time, given all this material, all these sources, and with the right argument, you'll be able to extrapolate and also even synthesize new ideas about how food came about this journey of food in the Malay world. Along the shores of Siglap at one time, when it's at the right season, you're able to scoop out of the water, all these small little prawns that you use for making your belacan. But today, we don't even have that tool called a sondong. So we went to what is today, in the Indonesian water, to be able, in the Riau Islands, to be able to capture someone using the sondong. So Sufai actually jumped into the waters so that she's able to capture the best angle. People want to know, why did it take 11 years? Because first of all, you have to amass all this material. It's so hard to find a dedicated book just on Malay food, right? It's scattered in hikayat, it's scattered in travelogue. So you have to extract here and there to be able to understand Malay food. So there are dedicated cookbooks, but to understand food, food culture, food ways, that is something that you have to look at various sources. Oh, I think this book is authored by so many people. So many people, every grandmother, every uncle that contributed a recipe, they are the authors of this book. The people who had the crockery on loan, right? The people who provide me tips, provide me stories about mythology, about the waters around mainland island Singapore. These are the people who contributed. It has been a wonderful journey. Thank you everyone for contributing to this heritage project. So here it is, the food of Singapore Malays, gastronomic travels through the archipelago.
Thank you so much, Keir.
Thank you
It's
very
an
much,
amazing
Edward.
book, and you understand why we chose it as the best in the world last year. The story of the Malay people is a story of exchanges between many islands and today many countries. So we are extremely proud to have you here today, and it gives, as we said, a taste to the big family that we have here tonight. Thank you so much, Keir.
Thank you again. I just wanted to say, I want to dedicate this to all the custodians and keepers of gastronomic knowledge and wisdom in Singapore and the region. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. So from Singapore, we move to Indonesia. Cherished recipes from my childhood. The lady that had to pick the awards cannot be here with us tonight. But of course, it's neighbors. Of course, it is connected with Malays. It is connected with Chinese influences. Thank you so much, and congratulations, Indonesia. Moving up north, one of the books that has been named best in the world some years ago and is part of this 25 years selection is from Pakistan. From Pakistan, we have Virsa. I don't know if the author is still there. Okay, sorry. I've been too quick. So, among our Silk Road selection, the best restaurant book in all this world connected to the Silk Road, of course, goes through Turkey. The best restaurant book in the year last year was from Turkey, and it's about this mythical restaurant. You might have heard their presentation, Seven Mehmet by Sinan Anansilar and Mehmet Akdar, please.
I just can say, wow. This was a dream for us. 5 years ago, he came to me and he said, okay, let's do this book. And from the first day, I said to him, this will be the book that everyone will talk about in a couple of years. So I think we are achieved. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I just need 1 second. Anyone in Turkey waiting for this photo? Just a second.
So from the restaurant we go to how to welcome, how to entertain from Saudi Arabia, Saudi Feast by Mayada Badr, published in English by Rizzoli. We have, sorry, I'm being quick. So we have the best science book in this world of spices is Science at the Table, La Ciencia a Tavola, by somebody we lost, very, very young, Fernando Sapiña Navarro, and though he had a huge influence in Spanish gastronomy, it's another end of the Silk Road. We are very lucky to have his colleague from the Universidad de Valencia, Mr. Soriano. Please accept the award for your colleague, Fernando Sapiña Navarro.
Thank you very much. This award is very emotive for me because Fernando Sapiña is the header of the group and he died 5 years ago. In your name is very important, this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So back to entertaining, we were saying Saudi Arabia, you've seen the hospitality here, the way of welcoming from Saudi Arabia, Saudi Feast by Mayada Badr. She's busy in a meeting with colleagues. So congratulations to Mayada and thank you for hosting us here. It's the first time for nearly all of us and a huge pleasure. We'll come back. So among our classical categories, the best self-published book in the world, and in these 25 years of Silk Road food culture exchanges is from Lebanon. We had some words yesterday about Chef Ramzi. Ramzi was a very, very dear friend. We lost him this year extremely young, and we could not go through these 25 years without sending all our love to Ramzi wherever you are, and your family, your son Nadim. This book is translated all around the world, the Patrimoine culinaire du Liban. It's the French version, but it exists in Spanish, in Swedish, in Chinese, everywhere. He was a legend, and as all the legends, he will never disappear. So we love you, Ramzi. The best magazine connected to this Silk Road world is from Abu Dhabi, the Blessed Tree magazine. It's a free publication that impresses us at each number. They had to leave, they were here yesterday. Congratulations to the Khalifa International Awards for Date Palm. And from there we go to the best academic press. You know how important academic press and university publishing is important in the world of food culture. And it's without any doubt because it has brought the most knowledge to the world of cooks, chefs, people that like food to understand better this product that many people use. Arabic Gum from Saudi Arabia by Dr. Abdeltasid Mariot. Thank you. This book is really amazing.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy. The first thing I have to say that it is I've been so happy to meet these smiling faces, and then also it is a good chance that given by Mr. Edward, who has to be meeting here, and then to explain our cultures and to give our foods, and that is very translating the culture together. And then it's my pleasure to be my book has been chosen in this ceremony. And then I would like to thank Edward and to thank Gourmand Awards. And then I would like also to thank Elsevier, publisher who published my book. And I think who is sending the book for the collection, I think. And then I would like to thank them all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. Elsevier, thank you so much. Elsevier is the #1 scientific publisher in the world. We got amazing books from them every year, like other scientific publishers like Routledge and all the university presses around the world. But this was the first book on this topic that went so far. So thank you so much. And when we say in products, we go to something that is an icon and recognized by UNESCO as intangible heritage, dolmalar from Azerbaijan. And we have the legend of Azerbaijan cuisine, Tahir Amiraslanov. For over 30 years, he has done everything for the cooks, for the young people in his country to be part of this world. Congratulations, Tahir.
Mən çox təşəkkür edirəm təşkilatçılara, Mr. Pointro. Bu 4-cü mükafatdır ki, mənə verirlər. Çox böyük qiymət.
I'm flattered to receive this great award for the 4th time. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the expert and the president of the Gourmand Awards.
Amma bir sizə sekret açacağım. Bu kitabı mən yazmamışım.
I would like to give you a small secret. I am not the author of this book.
Bu kitabı Azərbaycan xalqı yazıbdı. Bu Azərbaycan xalqının yaratdığı mətbəxdir. Mən yalnız güzgüyəm. Onu toplayıb əks etdirmişəm.
I would like to say it's sufficient to, I would like to mention that this book belongs to the Azerbaijani nation, to the Azerbaijani people who created unique cuisine, unique and rich cuisine. I am just a mirror.
Mənim 34 kitabım olub, hər kitab üçün Azərbaycan xalqına borcluyam və bu mükafatı Azərbaycana sizin adınızdan çatdıracağım və deyəcəm bunu. Sağ olun. Çox təşəkkür edirəm. Sağ olun, cənab Kontrol.
I have 34 books, and for this award, I am grateful to the Azerbaijani nation, Azerbaijani people. Thank you very much.
So we continue with the tour of the world. So from the best local book in the world over this 25 years is a very special one. It's also a story of spices, also a story of traditions and family recipes. From Malaysia, Kulit Manis Terengganu by Rosita Abdullah. Please, Rosita, yes. This lady is a real legend in Malaysia for the way she brought back her Chinese roots that somehow were a little bit being lost when you quit your village, and she came back to it, and she contributed as nobody to the local Chinese family roots in Malaysia. Congratulations, Rosita.
Thank you, Gourmand. Thank you, Edward Jr. You are amazing. Keep going. Thank you.
Rosita, can you tell some words? Why did you did this book? What did you save with that?
Well, I'm getting on, and I thought it'd be good to document something about my lovely state, Terengganu, and for my children and all the people of Terengganu. to value this book. I give my life for it. Thank you so much.
So we leave the archipelago, we go a little bit up north, but somehow connected. A fantastic author in the world of spices, a world reference from Kerala, the south of India, the land of coconuts, what Kerala means. The author that made us understand Kerala cuisine, the best regional cookbook of this last 25 years when it comes to spices. It's by Nimi Sunil Kumar. Thank you so much.
I really didn't expect this. This was the book that I started off with in 2013. And that was actually like my very first entry for the Gourmand. So it's been a very special moment for me. Sorry, I'm really sorry for being emotional. Okay, I'm very sorry for being emotional, but this is the book that actually taught me that there are people who can accept as, who you are.
You know, it's the first book we got from Nimi, and we immediately understood. My father said she's going to be a star of the international cookbook market, because the way the book was written, we immediately understood that there was, it's not only that we were discovering a region that is not very known for us outside India, because many of Indian restaurants are more cuisine from the north, and she is really from the south, Kerala, but it's the way it's written. It's the relationship between the recipes, the pictures. She did everything. And the writing made us understood. My father said, you'll see, she will be the great lady of Indian cuisine in the cookbook market. So we are extremely delighted to have you here, celebrating these 25 years, and you could not be absent in a ceremony around spices. What is your relationship with spices, Nimi?
Yeah, so I started off, this was the second edition of my book that went on to win for the Gourmand Awards, but it was my passion for cooking that made me write books on traditional recipes. So now, 2013 was when I bought out this book, but now in 2023, I have a brand of my own by the name Annapurni. So Annapurni basically translates to goddess of food. So for me, why I named it goddess of food was for the reason that I wanted to create a space for other women like me, and also to create a space for the local market. So I support local farmers, so I try to get ingredients from them. Because when you share these recipes to the outside world, the one thing that is needed to make that recipe would be the ingredients. So obviously for those ingredients, I wanted to create a space where I could sell those ingredients, and without a mediator. So that's the one thing that I do with my brand, Annapurni. So I'm thankful to the Gourmand family. I don't know, a million times or a zillion times. I really don't know how much I can thank. And it's been wonderful to be, even if I didn't win an award, I would be more than happy to be among such wonderful authors because it's a learning experience for me. And it is a blessing to be accepted as you are. Yeah. Thank you so much. And
It's not me, it's my father. He was the first one to understand that.
I really understand.
He's waiting
it.
for your next cookbook.
Yeah, I'm actually working on my next cookbook, which is the reason that I started Annapurni. So, yeah. So it was actually an attempt to help local indigenous people and local farmers that I started writing recipes on the village cooking. So in different parts of Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh. Hopefully, I hope I can bring out that book soon. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Nimi.
I don't have a speech actually. So.
Thank you, Nimi. So we move to the other way of the Silk Road, nearly the end of the Mediterranean, at least the end of the big Mediterranean, at the beginning of the small one. From Tunisia, I know you are from Finland, but you are born in Tunisia, and that's the book, How We Met, how you met my father years ago when you made this tribute to your sisters. La Cuisine de mes sœurs, best Mediterranean book in these 25 years of Silk Road by Ahmed Ladarsi. Say.
I'm 71 years already old, and unbelievable that I cannot spell words without crying. These angels. Oh man. Oh, my sister yesterday, I sent her a small video that the book was there also on the exposition, and then she sent me a message also. I mean, small video when she was crying. Yeah, she was so happy. I don't know if she can stand this one. Really, thank you, Edward. Thank you, colleagues. There's something I don't know if I deserve it because I gave here my sister, Hussaina. So she's the angel. She's so elegant. And my elder sister, and I am between, 2 years elder, 2 years younger, and she's the matriarch. When we did this book, just the only thing, I don't want really anything fancy. Also, the food that we have eaten when we were young, and really, there's nothing about the influence of TV programs and so, but however, I wanted something from themselves, and however, I did not intervene on one thing. She did put also eggs on top of the couscous, and I didn't want that. They showed me, shut up, we have agreed that I just photograph and write the recipes, and that's all. In every recipe, there's a small story. And by the way, women in Tunisia, they are really very loud, and they always argue about also what fish, what kind of spices with kind of fish, and sometimes it goes really very, very, very tough. So this, however, this one, something I hope that my sister understand this really, this kind of recognition from the Gourmand, something which Monsieur Edouard Cointreau, it's something, a person who had made really connected and related all the world together, traditions, like I said yesterday, traditions and customs, faiths and religions, language, everything. He's a man of something special, something ever special. I don't know if any man in this world did really the work what Monsieur Cointreau did to united all kind of faiths, all kind of people of around the world. And this is a beautiful, beautiful moment. Don't misunderstand me if I say really, I am not humble here. I am so proud here. Don't misunderstand what does it mean. Because in front of you, around you, here to be today is something really special. And I hope we will see soon, next year and after.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, shukran. So going back to Asia, the best Asian book we had, and symbolic one, A Taste of Pakistan Infusion from Shazia Zubairi, published by Markins in 2022. You know, we have been talking about Markings this afternoon. It's because they are in the center of this huge road of exchanges, and the one and only publisher that does that and shows all the talent coming directly from Pakistan is Markings, and A Taste of Pakistan Infusion is one of their masterpieces.
Shazia Zubairi unfortunately couldn't be in Riyadh today, so we are taking the award on her behalf, and she sends her gratitude to Gourmand Awards for appreciating her book. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So when we go to Chinese cuisine, the best Chinese cuisine book on the Silk Road, especially on the Silk Road, is Chinese Muslim Food Culture by Yang Lu and Ma Yongfu, also published by China Light Industry Press. Yanling, do you want to say some words? You know how the Spice Road begins in China, but the engine of all that goes through the Muslim part of China before coming to Central Europe. So Chinese Muslim Food Culture, a masterpiece published some years ago by China Light Industry Press.
Thank you for this award. We have received many awards this year, so I'm so proud of Chinese cuisine and the Chinese authors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yanlin. So we have the best Muslim or Arab book published outside any Muslim country from Canada, a tribute to Alit Saloom by his two daughters, The Scent of Pomegranates and Rosewater. I think the Canadian embassy had someone, maybe they had to leave, they were here yesterday. A magnificent tribute to a father by two daughters, a remarkable book coming from Canada. A purely Silk Road book from the friend of everybody in the world of cookbooks, Plov from Uzbekistan by Stalik Kankishev. Stalik had an emergency, so he had to, everything is fine, so he had to get back to the hotel to deal some issues. So everything okay? We'll give you your certificate tomorrow, Stalik. We love you so much, and we are so happy to see you again after all these years. So the best first cookbook, because we knew it was the beginning of something very, very big, and normally first cookbooks in this market are not that huge and immense. It was the biggest first cookbook ever published by somebody. So Verza from Shehar Banu Rivzi, also published by Markings. This is, as you might have heard this afternoon, a culinary journey from Agra to Karachi, a family saving traditions from one family to another, moving to one country to another, the Visa culinary journey, Virza.
much. When I wrote this book, I had no idea that my publisher is even going to send it to somebody, and there is something like a Gourmand Award. So it was a surprise when we won it in 2021 in Paris. And again, it's just been an incredible journey. Thank you so much. I would like to invite Mr. Mohsin Saifullah from Pakistan Embassy to please come on stage, and I would like to give you a copy of.
Thank you for your presence. You see the importance of Pakistan in the world of cookbooks. Thank you for coming. So we go to the lifestyle categories. In Indonesia, we have this book that represents the Silk Road in a drink, because Indonesians call jamu all these kind of infusions they do with their thousands of spices. Again, our friend Eka had an appointment, but this is a very important one published by After Hours Books. They say lifestyle because it is a lifestyle. They keep on drinking jamu all day long. So congratulations. The jamu has a big future, we think. It's not tea, it's spices, infusions. And many people in Indonesia drink it all the time, and different spices for different times of the day. So congratulations. And we'll drink some jamu since we discovered this book. We go on for the best food book for children, and of course on this big Silk Road, it's for Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates by Nathalie Montoya Kuraba. Anis Loves Green Food, a remarkable book for children. This is a large project. I don't know if Nathalie Montoya is here. She was there before. No? No problem. Congratulations to Nathalie. She will see that on the video. So let's go to a very big and tough one, the best food heritage books. From Indonesia, Trailing the Taste of Gorontalo. This is the Omar Niode Foundation. Omar Niode was a chef, a young chef, died very suddenly. His mother created a foundation to help so many people. And this is a tribute to the region that few people know outside Indonesia. It's a tribute from a mother to her son, a magnificent food heritage book to explain the Gorontalo region. If we move on to Malaysia, we could not talk about Johor Palate by Tanjung Puteri, published by Kalsom Taid some years ago, written with Hamida Abdul Hamid. I guess everybody knows Kalsom Taib. Everything she does, everything she has done for the world of food heritage in books, the way she is always reading and discovering and publishing and gathering with chefs and trying to save as many recipes as possible. Congratulations, Kalsom. Johor Palate is a masterpiece. We always learn a lot with you.
Thank you so much.
Tell you how happy I am, not for myself, but for my state, Johor. This is the Johor flag. To my queen, to the Menteri Besar of Johor, to my co-writer, Hamida. She's not here today. She is here at the hotel. She fell ill this morning. But thank you so much. It is my first book. We won the Food Heritage in 2015, and I don't know how to express my feelings today to have won this for my state of Johor in Malaysia. Thank you, Mr. Eduardo. Thank you, Gourmand. Yeah, thank you so much.
It's precisely because few of us know Johor, that we need those books to learn more about a country. It's not only eating, it's reading that we discover many things on your different regions. That's why you see many books on regions and not only countries, because even a region deserves one book, more than one book, to be understood. So in this food heritage category, it's impossible to say who is the better. It's not a competition. We know in Pakistan, it's of course the legendary book Pakistan Heritage Cuisine by Sayeeda Legari, also published some years ago. I think Sayeeda is here. Yes. So this book was celebrated some years ago in China, some years ago in Paris, and there are some books that never get old, and this one is the reference one for many people, for many friends in the Pakistani community, and it's a book that also raises funds all around the world. Congratulations, Sayeeda, for Pakistan Heritage Cuisine.
So I would like to say thank you, Eduardo, thank you to your dad. And Mr. Eduardo has, really put this event together, and tell him 70 is not old. We are going to wait for very many more years to have him back with us and celebrate these beautiful authors and lovely books. I first would like to say again that I'm a first-time writer, and this was my way of giving a journey through Pakistan via food. And just wanted to see how Pakistan evolved with its food or vice versa. I have to also say thank you so much to my publisher, Markings. They put my vision, my thoughts together so beautifully. Thank you for that. It's the first time in many awards that they actually are here, their entire team. So it gives me a chance to say thank you. And again, I wish I had this book with me right now so I could really flip some pages, because I wanted to show Pakistan with its flag, its food, its culture, its history, its monuments, and what a treasure trove country it truly is. And I was hoping to promote tourism to Pakistan via this book. So all of you, one day, would love to see you in Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And maybe we can give an applause as you mention her,
Kiran, I think, please,
a
come
star
on stage
publisher
with me, please.
around the world. It's good that the publishers get on stage. Sorry. So coming closer, we finished this food heritage category in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. This is a legend of a cookbook, Plated Heirlooms by Dima Al-Sharif. And everybody in the region knows Dima. She's admired. When she arrived, even if it's Riyadh, it's not her country, and everybody knew her at the entrance, and they were so proud to have her here at the Saudi Feast Food Festival. Thank you, Dima, for coming. And Plated Heirlooms is definitely one of the most important food heritage books we ever saw.
Thank you for having me. And I could not be more proud of Plated Heirlooms. It's the story of Palestinian cuisine through which I tell the story of the Palestinian people. And I wrote Plated Heirlooms I started writing actually in 2008, went through 2010, 12, 14. Some people understand the meaning of these dates. And I had some questions that I asked in that book, and I still have the same questions, and I'm asking them today. This, to me, is more than a cookbook, more than a present, more than an award, this is me saying the Palestinians have a story worth reading, worth understanding. Thank you. If I may, free Palestine.
Thank you, Dima. We move to food research. Qatar, very, very good friend, Dr. Walid Koronfle. He could not come, a visa thing, a timing thing, but Dr. Koronfle and his colleague Mohamed Issa did the most important book on autism and food. And 3 years ago, they were with us in the event we did in Sweden, and everyone was flabbergasted in the audience on the results of their research and the importance of food. Everybody knows it, but they are beginning to find the right things to eat and the right amount of things to eat when people have autism, and it really changes lives. So I know he's watching us. Thank you so much, Walid. Thank you so much, Doctor. It's a book that helps so many people. We could not include our classical, every year, spices category in this Spice Road selection. And this is a crazy book from a region that very few people know of, or they do it in movies of pirates. So it's North Maluku. The Heart of the Spice Forest by Michel Prasad and Chris Samsudin, published last year in Indonesia. They are not here. It's a long way. So we move directly to the best nature book, the best nature and food book we had on this Spice Road and Silk Road on this last 25 years, and it's Nature Therapeutic Recipes by Aslihan Sebanci, one of the most important authors in our market, somebody that, as some of the best authors, produces her own books from A to Z. So this one is symbolical of somewhere the middle of the Silk Road. Congratulations, Aslihan.
I don't know what to say. I'm very proud and honored to receive this award. I wrote this book to create awareness on the local heritage and ethnicity of the plants around the world. And I gave a speech prior, and I talked about plant ethnicity and how important for us to protect the biodiversity that is fastly disappearing. And I also see and appreciate all the efforts of Gourmand on helping sustainability. I have been to also during COVID online sessions with Gourmand Awards and UNESCO on sustainability, and I congratulate all your efforts on this very important matter, because gastronomy is an important part of sustainability, and I'm glad that a lot of people are creating awareness, and thank you, Gourmand, for helping all the writers create awareness and also your efforts on this very important issue.
Thank you so much, Aslihan.
Thank you.
So we finish with subjects and gastrodiplomacy. The best easy recipes book in the world are And Kalsom mentioned it before. Recipes are for sharing. Kalsom, I'm sorry, you have to come again. It's your fault. So even if it's a huge book, the whole idea of the book is to make easy recipes. It's not a book done like what we see in many other cases, recipes that can't be done, recipes that can be tried, or even nobody tried to try. So recipes are for sharing. It's the best easy recipes books on the Silk Road we had these last years.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Mr. Eduardo. I am speechless again. We won the best also for easy recipes at Umayyah in May, and this time in Riyadh. I'm very happy to be here. These young ladies are my chef, my two chefs, and they tested all the 200 recipes in the book. They are really very easy recipes for newlyweds, for older people who are too lazy to cook, because we did exact measurements. 5 shallots, 3 garlic, 1 cup of oil, simple and easy recipes. And I'm so glad this has won. Actually, out of my 3 books, this is the best that sold a lot, because I think now people are too lazy to cook the culinary heritage dishes, because they have so many ingredients, so difficult to cook, it takes hours, whereas this one takes just a few minutes. Thank you once again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Terima kasih, ya. Terima kasih banyak-banyak.
Thank you, Kalsom. So that's way more difficult to cook. From easy recipes, we go to the best pastry book on the Silk Road. From Pakistan, Deliciously Yours by Lal Majid. Many of us are scared of pastry, and especially when it comes to chocolate. You need very precise temperatures. Well, you know all that. So Lal is, with all her family, a reference in the matter, and we deeply admire how the Silk Road came on the other way from America to the other side of the Silk Road, and this Deliciously Yours is absolutely the best chocolate book on the Silk Road. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm so delighted to receive this award myself. Last time Kiran and my marketing team, they received in China. I would like to call Madiha, my daughter. Madiha.
She's filming.
Let's put the photo back. Would you like to say something?
You absolutely deserve this. You put in so much hard work, and really, you deserve this and more.
Thank you so much.
From pastry, we go to diary, extremely important, from Balikesir. Balikesir, founded by the Romans, by Emperor Hadrian. This Balikesir, the city with 50 cheeses, an impressive book. The team from Balikesir was here yesterday. It's a phenomenon. We French found many ideas and things on cheeses. Sometimes we think we know everything about cheeses. No. This is Mediterranean cheese at its best. Impressive destination. They sent us a book on cheese, a book on bread, and a book on olives. So always surprised to see Turkey producing so much excellent books every year. And of course, when we go to vegan, it's before we mention in our vegan category, we have a book that we were mentioning before in its term of hosting and welcoming people, And there are so many vegan options in Zeynep Köksal Yeikirang book, David Sofrolari.
Thank you very much. It's very nice. I'm very honored to be here and to be recognized. Well, it's mostly vegan, my cookbook, this one, but my next book is definitely going to be a vegetarian. So I think you sensed it already. So thank you very much.
When is the next book published?
When I finish writing it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So the last two books of the evening, the best fundraising book. You know how important it is to raise funds through books, and that means a lot for many, many people. This was during the pandemic. Dean Kedel, a very famous chef from Bali, made this fundraising book and raised over $500,000 to help the people from the tourism industry that was completely stopped. And it shows that the old tradition of funding money through cookbooks that exists since the 19th century still works and has to be done when in difficult situations. Congratulations to the chefs who do this kind of initiatives, because he could have won this $500,000 for himself, and he distributed it with all the Bali people. So Dean was here 2 days ago. I don't know if he's here, but in any case, this is an amazing book that really changed lives. So congratulations, Dean, for Our Bali, Your Bali. And we finish with what should be the goal of everyone around the Silk Road through the centuries. It's meeting each other, is eating with the others. In our classical gastrodiplomacy section, we have a category. For years, my father began to say cookbooks can promote peace and understanding between people. On the Silk Road, so many people have been together and exchanging spices, exchanging moments of their life. The best peace book in these last 25 years, any category, any topic, everything together, is absolutely the book from Atul Bagai, Between India and Pakistan, Flavors of the Frontier. Thank you so much, Atul, to be with us, for being with us today.
Thank you. And in fact, as I was saying earlier in the presentation, this whole idea got generated because of the connection to the roots. And I, at that point of time, did not realize that this book could do so much in terms of bringing the two countries together. And I would like to thank Kiran from Markings and her team, and I would like them to be up here on the stage with us. So Kiran, Tuba, Samia, Malaya, please do come up, because I think it was an effort across the borders, and the contribution you all made was really outstanding.
So you see, through cookbooks we can have Indian food culture together with Pakistani food culture through a great man, head of the UNEP in India, Atul Bagai, and his publisher in Pakistan.
Tuba, can you just come up onto the stage, please?
Why? I don't know. But thank you for coming. So I'd like to thank Gourmand and just wanted to know how this book came about. And thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador, for being here. This is the ambassador for Pakistan to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And we're very, very honored to get this award today because this is a Hindi and Urdu book. And I think it holds great relevance in peace, for food, and bridging cultural gaps between countries. So thank you, Atul, and thank you for choosing Pakistan as your publisher for this book.
I couldn't have chosen any other country for this because this book belongs to both the countries.
Thank you so much. We never had an award ceremony finishing with two countries together. So let's, if you want, all come up on the stage. Thank you so much for these 3 days. We have still many days at Saudi Feast Food Festival, but it was a real pleasure. We send many, many hugs and many, many love to everyone, many, many peace wishes. So if you want all to come on stage, I think Cyril wanted to give you a message for a family photo.